pride. I'm also a mother, a beekeeper, a property manager, a Democrat, an occasional community actress, and I'm also a lesbian. All of my labels define who I am, but the last one that I mentioned is the main one that many politicians focus on. My relationship of 9 years is no different than anyone else's. We have the same goals, desires, and dreams that any other couple has. But because of whom I love and share my life with, in the state of Georgia, my job can be in jeopardy, there is no protections against hate crimes, and my relationship has no legal recognition, and it is all because of sexual orientation. This year in Atlanta, a committee heard testimonies on behalf and against House Bill 630, the LGBT Workplace Protection Bill. If passed, this bill would prevent Georgia government agencies to discriminate based on an employee's sexual orientation or gender identity. This bill would protect 174,000 employees working for the state of Georgia. It would bring the state of Georgia's employment policies in line with the policies of 24 other states and the District of Columbia. It would also bring Georgia in line with over 150 of Georgia's largest employers, 13 local municipalities, and 10 state universities. But it does not protect private employment. This bill has been supported by 76% of Georgia voters. It was met with opposition by the anti-gay group, the Concerned Women for America. Their state director, Tanya Diddy, urged committee members to oppose the bill, saying, quote, "We do not believe the government should have a special protected minority class." That bill was tabled with a 3-2 vote. So in Georgia, it is still legal to discriminate and fire someone because of who they are. Also in Georgia, there is no hate crime law. Georgia is only one of 5 states without hate crime laws. Hate crimes legislation passed in Georgia in 2000. However, the language did not include categories. Therefore, the new law was challenged in court. It was overturned by the Georgia Supreme Court in 2004. The definition of a hate crime was determined to be too vague. Hate crimes legislation has been introduced every year since 2004. And every year it has included categories including sexual orientation and gender identity. The legislation failed to pass despite having broad support, including G.B.R. Director Vernon Keenan and several religious organizations and national and international police organizations. But why does Georgia still need a hate crime law since the passing of the 2009 Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crime Prevention Act? Well, number one, the federal law does not apply to state criminal charges, only felonies. A majority of the hate crimes cannot be prosecuted under the federal law. Number two, state law could require statistics tracking, and statistics provide critical information to prevent and combat hate crimes. The 2009 federal hate crime law does not require local law enforcement agencies to track and report those statistics. And number three, additional state resources would be provided to local law enforcement agencies for officer training, statistic tracking, and investigating hate crimes. And everyone needs to feel safe and protected. Another concern that I have as an LGBT citizen of Georgia is that my federal rights are being denied. I am an American. I pay taxes. I abide by the law. But still, I am a second-class citizen because my civil rights are blatantly denied. I too have the right to have the American dream, to raise a family, to be safe and secure, but not in Georgia. 1,138 federal right protections are denied to me because I cannot legally get married. 179 tax provisions are denied me because they take marital status into account. Lesbian or gay couples with children If you are not the biological or adopted parent of that child, you cannot get earned income tax credit, head of household status, or child tax credit. My child will not be eligible to receive my partner's Social Security surviving child benefits, and I cannot receive my partner's Social Security benefits or surviving parent benefits if she were to die. And if I do not go to a lawyer and get a health care directive, then if I have to go to a hospital, they can deny my partner any access to me. Even if I lay there dying and begging them to allow her to see me, it would be someone else making the decisions to allow her in. And I don't want someone else making that decision for me. The Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA, it guarantees family and medical leave to employees to care for parents, children, or spouses. It currently does not provide for domestic partners or their families. And family and medical leave should be a benefit for all American workers. Immigration law does not allow lesbian or gay citizens or permanent residents to petition for their same-sex partners to immigrate. Employee benefits for federal workers. Marital status affects over 270 provisions, and no health benefits are given to the same-sex partners of federal workers. COBRA is not given to partners of same-sex couples. I am proud to be an American, and I am proud to be a lesbian. But because of whom I love, my family should not be denied basic rights. I am not a second-class citizen. I am asking that today that you take a stand and consider who you are voting for in November. Raise your voice up for fairness in the workforce, against hate crimes, and against denying people their federal rights. Together, we can make a difference, no matter who it is that we love.